name is Caleb Maupin. That's Caleb Maupin.
So where did you come from?
Well, I live in New York City. I'm originally from Ohio. I'm from the United States, head of the U.S. delegation to the World Beer Festival.
Насколько большая делегация?
What is the quantity overall of your delegation?
We have 15 delegates total who are attending the festival. I have arrived, so have a couple other members. We're still waiting for a few others to arrive. They'll be flying into Sochi this afternoon.
Perfect.
С какой целью вы приехали?
What is your prime purpose of visiting this festival, your and your delegation?
Well, we see it as our responsibility to do what Joe Biden has failed to do. Our President Joe Biden is determined to have hostility to Russia. He has gone out of his way to escalate international tensions for very selfish and geostrategic reasons. He's defending an international system, the greed of big banks, corporations, and oil companies that view Russia as a competitor, as a force of opposition. He doesn't represent the real America. Polls show that Americans want peace. Americans want friendship with Russia, but also friendship with China, friendship with People's Korea, and Biden's escalation of international tension does not represent what the American people want. According to all the polls show that, the Americans want peace.
I guess it's likely described by your party.
Yeah.
Не опасались ли сюда приезжать вот как раз на фоне всех мировых тех событий?
Did you prepare to visit this place just according to different sanctions or other difficulties?
Well,
Do you find this place hazardous?
Well, the sanctions have made it difficult. We had difficulty booking our flights because of the sanctions. We were able to fly to Turkey, and then in Turkey I had to check out, get all of my luggage out, get out of the airport, then come back in to get on my flight with the Aeroflot airline because things are so set up that they could not give me a transfer flight in Turkey. They've done everything they can to make it difficult for us. We are concerned about possible prosecution. There are 3 Americans who have been indicted as Russian agents simply because they attended a festival in this country in 2014. They attended the Anti-Globalization Conference. We had a press conference at the United Nations expressing our concern about possibly being indicted or facing criminal prosecution from the American government. So we are concerned about that. Even though the American people want peace, the people in our government that are determined to antagonize Russia and present Russia as an enemy are very committed and determined. There's been a lot of threats on Americans who are organizing for peace with Russia.
Насколько важно, собственно, проводить такие мероприятия, чтобы наводить мосты между людьми, как, собственно, он сказал, что американцы дружат.
What do you think? Whether it's really important and significant to maintain such big events in order to establish friendship between nations, continents?
Well, this is a beautiful tradition. Going back to the time of the Soviet Union, the World Festival of Youth and Students was a really important international gathering that changed a lot of people's lives. And I attended the World Festival of Youth and Students in 2013 in Quito, Ecuador. It was a life-changing experience. I got to meet young people from around the world who were struggling for peace and against imperialism and against fascism. It was a very meaningful experience. I attended the festival then in 2017, and now I'm here once again in 2024. And I think this festival is a very noble tradition, and I'm really glad that the Russian president has opted to continue this tradition from the Soviet period that has changed the lives of literally millions of people in the world and brought them into a movement for a new world beyond imperialism.
Собственно, как вас здесь встретили, как приняли, чем, может быть, удивили, поразили?
How are you going to estimate overall the level and power of hospitality of this place? Was it warm enough?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's absolutely warm, and the hospitality is great. Seeing the enthusiasm of the volunteers, we're just so excited for the festival to begin, and they're high-fiving us all and welcoming us. There's a glowing optimism that comes from this event, and I'm so excited. The opening ceremony is going to be tremendous, I'm sure, and the amount of meetings and workshops, it's going to be a great week. I'm very optimistic.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Much of gratitude. We do appreciate you.
Да, нам надо снять перебивку, значок.